It's me. It's Alex. I'm going to talk about wrestling again. Things happened since I did this last time. There was that whole Fastlane thing, and I was bitching about it because I like to bitch. And there was this thing that was announced after that. There was a WWE live event that they're doing in Toronto or some shit. And recent weeks or whatever, it's now basically a pay-per-view. They're calling it Roadblock because it's the road to WrestleMania, and there's Roadblock. Blocking the way. What does it mean? Okay, so this is what it means. So there was this Raw that happened, and Triple H, who is the world champion right now, he beat the shit out of Roman Reigns and trying to get heel heat, and of course everybody's like, yeah, beat the fuck out of that guy because we hate him. So that didn't work again. Then after that, they had the blood capsule thing, and Roman Reigns' face was all bloody, and he's like, I need to get surgery on my nose. Triple H broke it because he's so BA. So they did that, and Triple H beat the fuck out of Roman Reigns, and everybody was like, yeah, he beat the fuck out of Roman Reigns because fuck that guy. See, I don't know. I don't like to say things for sure because I don't know if this is why they're doing it. But I would think maybe. Because on the next, I don't know if it was a SmackDown or a Raw or whatever the fuck, they're all the same. Two shitty TV shows. So then there's this other Raw or SmackDown where Dean Ambrose comes out and he's like, I should be the number one contender even though I lost the match at Fastlane. I should just be the number one contender, basically, because everybody he basically just goes this short of just going everybody likes me. So, and nobody likes that other guy, even though he's my friend. So, just give me the fucking title shot. And Triple H is just like, well, alright, I want to think about it. I'll go back to my office and I'll mull it over or whatever. And then, at the end of the show, it's like same song, second verse. Dean Ambrose gets the shit kicked out of him by the stupid League of Nations people, fucking Sheamus and fucking Alberto Del Rio, and well, who gives a shit? They're all fucking underutilized talent. They should just be called the League of Underutilized Talent. So there's that. That happens. Dean Ambrose gets the shit kicked out of him. Triple H comes out and he's like, sure, I'll kick the shit out of Dean Ambrose. I love kicking the shit out of Dean Ambrose. Beats the shit out of him. And then he leaves in the middle, he leaves him on the table or something, I don't fucking, slams him on the announce table, everyone's like, boo! Boo! This is the reaction you wanted last time, but here it is, for a different guy. Triple H is like, I accept your challenge, even though I don't have to. I don't have to accept your challenge. Why am I accepting your challenge? Let's not even get into that. This is what I think. This is what smart people would think. You have the Fastlane thing, and you go, despite all wisdom and logic and intelligence telling you otherwise, you put Roman Reigns over, and everybody hates him. So then you're like, oh shit. I thought if we just put him over again, he'd just be over, but it didn't work. So what do we do? Okay, so alright, let's have, because no one gives a shit about a match between Triple H and fucking Roman Reigns. 0 people give a shit about that match. 0. It was kind of just forced from the beginning, whereas Dean Ambrose and Triple H have more history in terms of storyline, whatever the fuck. So they were like, okay, let's book this match before WrestleMania. And this is how I would see them saving the main event at WrestleMania, is putting the belt on Ambrose before WrestleMania. Because that's a fight right there. That's a main event. That's Dean Ambrose versus Roman Reigns. 2 friends facing off. Even the fact that everybody hates Roman Reigns, that's still a very interesting fight to watch. However, I mean, they could have done this. I don't. Maybe this is some kind of just roundabout booking that they wanted to do. Because if you look on the site, the WWE site, they're still hyping the Roman Reigns versus Triple H match. Like, they have the card, and it's like, oh, look at this, all the graphics are standing next to each other, fight's gonna happen, but it doesn't make any sense. And it sucks. It's just a shitty, and you know, it's hard. This is the thing. This Roadblock thing, this Roadblock pay-per-view. I want them to make the right decision and have Ambrose go over. But I know they won't. They're just doing this to get people to come back to the network who may have unsubscribed after Fastlane, to give that, like, little beacon of hope, like, maybe we're doing something right. That's how I would see it happening, is that they're going to have this main event at this impromptu pay-per-view, and Triple H is going to win, and people are going to be pissed. Because this is the thing, the card that they have, this is the card that they have confirmed matches for this Roadblock pay-per-view. You have Sami Zayn versus Samoa Joe. That sounds like it could be a good match. The Revival versus Enzo and Cass. That's a good match. Brock Lesnar versus Bray Wyatt. I don't give a shit about that at all. There's no way Bray Wyatt's gonna win. So why would I fucking care? Unless he miraculously becomes effective, because over the past weeks, both him and his cult have just been jobbing to fucking Kane and Ryback. And the Big Show, so I don't give a shit about that match. No one does. Build it, I guess, while you have the time. Maybe you are. Maybe I'm not paying attention. And then there's Dean Ambrose versus Triple H. But here's the established card for WrestleMania that we know is going to happen. Roman Reigns versus Triple H in the main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. Shane McMahon versus The Undertaker in the Hell in a Cell match. I know that there's a lot of people who used to watch, like, WWF in the late 90s, and they're probably like, Shane McMahon's back, that's awesome. I look at it and go like, is he gonna die? I guess it's, you know what? I guess I'm just being a hypocrite, because Undertaker's older. He's an older guy. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe that'll be fine. I don't know. And then Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar in a fucking street fight. Yeah. I don't think the WWE would have the balls to double book Dean Ambrose, since that is already established. He's going to face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. It's already established that Roman Reigns is going to face Triple H at WrestleMania. So is this Roadblock pay-per-view just... Is it a waste of time? Is it a waste of time? Is this a waste of time? I think it's a waste of time. I think this is a giant fucking waste of time. And you get my hopes up. I don't like it. Because you're going to fuck me over again. Think about this. Think about the way that I would book it. Because I'm smart. I don't know. I'm not, but this is how you book it. Roadblock. Dean Ambrose wins. Put the belt on Dean Ambrose, okay? Again, I don't expect this to happen. Still have the match with Brock Lesnar. In fact, make a big deal out of it on Raw or SmackDown or whatever the fuck you want to do. Whichever one. Just have Triple H come out. He's the CEO of the company, so he can make this happen, right? Okay. Have Triple H come out and go like, Dean, congratulations on your win. Great fight. Hard fought. Here's the thing for WrestleMania, though. You still have a match with Brock Lesnar, and that's not going away. So, you asked for it, actually. If I remember correctly, you asked for this match. You're going to get it. You're still going to go one-on-one with Brock Lesnar in a street fight. And then, in the main event, you're going to go against Roman Reigns in a street fight. And then, what we have happen Okay, when Dean Ambrose and Brock Lesnar go head to head, make both matches for the world title. Have Dean Ambrose go against Brock Lesnar. Okay. This is the toughest. The toughest part is, does he go over in a cleanish manner, or does he go over in a jinxy winksy, stupidy, interfery manner where like Brock Lesnar's like they're both beating the shit out of each other, and then like I don't know, the Wyatt family comes out and fucks with Brock Lesnar and beats the piss out of him, and then Ambrose pins him. Personally, gotta go with the first one. Gotta go with cleanish. Have Ambrose realize that he cannot go toe to toe with Lesnar just with his ability, like his wrestling ability. And just resorts to just anything. He just throws the kitchen sink at him, you know, chairs, ladder, putting him through tables, whatever he needs to do. And then he wins by like the skin of his teeth. Like he's beaten the fuck, but he still gets his hand raised in the air at the end of it. Hard fought battle, great match in my opinion. Could be really good. You know, have the whatever's in between that. Then we're going into the main event, which is Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose for the world title. Street fight again. Another street fight. Another no holds barred, whatever, anything goes. And this is the thing. The way I would book it is Dean would lose to Roman Reigns, and the way he would lose, we have this like Dean comes out, maybe have him wrapped in tape or something, the shoulder, the ribs, sell whatever the fuck you need to sell to make it look like he just got out of a hellacious match with Brock Lesnar. Roman comes to the ring, and they're duking it out, and they're keeping it clean this entire time, keeping it clean. They're not hitting each other with foreign objects. They can, but they're not doing it. And then Roman Reigns hits the spear. No, I'm sorry. Superman punch. That stupid fucking move. He hits that stupid fucking move. Goes for the pin. Dean kicks out. Roman gets up. Now that's like a people have kicked out of this move before. It's not that big of a deal. But he's frustrated. Roman's frustrated. He's going around the ring. He's like, fucking make it like a fucking 20-minute brawl fest. And at this point, like, he's getting really, really, like, just give me the fucking title. It's my goddamn title. Like, have that look on his face. Okay? Have that look on his face. Have him emote. Roman hits him with the spear. Okay? Hits him with the spear. And doesn't pin him. You know, he's like building this like crescendoed, angry, stomping around the ring, like kind of like fighting. He's losing it. He spears him again, and then he waits for Dean to get up again, and he spears him again, and he spears him again. This happens maybe like 5 times, 3 times, 5 times. This is a little excessive. And you see from the top of the ramp, Triple H come out, right? Comes down to the ring. And he's like, pin him. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Pin him. And Roman's looking at him and he's just like, you see it in his eyes. Something's wrong. He gets out of the ring, he pushes Triple H out of the way, gets a steel chair, brings it in, starts wailing on Ambrose. Like, just... This is a heel turn, by the way. If you couldn't tell, this is a heel turn. Roman beats the shit out of Dean, doesn't pin him, just beats the fuck out of him. And if I know this, I'm going into total fantasy booking at this point, but have Dean bleed. Have Dean fucking get some color, get something going, get some juices flowing. Doesn't pin him, puts the chair on the leg. Pillmanizes the leg. I mean, we just have him go basically balls crazy on this one heel turn. Triple H gets in the ring and points at Ambrose, who is now in a bloody heap on the ground. And he's like, pin him. And Reigns puts his foot on Ambrose's chest, And then Triple H calls for the referee and he's like, fucking count. And the referee's like, shit, man. Like, he's like, fuck, is he okay? Is he dead? And Triple H is like, fucking count. So, you know, and it's over. Boom. Talk about a fucking main event, man. Talk about a main event. That's not gonna happen, and this is all just me whistling, you know, fucking out of my asshole. But it is so good. So much better than whatever's going to happen, I guarantee you. If it is gonna be Triple H versus Roman Reigns, fluff your pillow because it's just a goddamn snooze fest. I'm sorry. It's just not because either Triple H or Roman Reigns are bad wrestlers. They're good wrestlers. Here's the thing. There's no investment. There's no character, anything going on here. It is real bland. It is super boring. The match itself might be good, but just having a good match is not exactly what you want out of your biggest wrestling pay-per-view of the year main event thing. Anyway, let's see what else is going on in this Roadblock thing. As I said, Brock Lesnar versus Bray Wyatt, foregone conclusion. Who gives a shit? The Revival versus Enzo and Cass. It's going to be a good match. Sami Zayn versus Samoa Joe is going to be a good match. Now here, those are confirmed matches. Here are some speculated matches. Kevin Owens versus The Big Show for the Intercontinental title. If I were the booker, I'd strike that right the fuck off the list. It's not going to happen at all because no one gives a fuck about that match. Big Show should not be Intercontinental Champion. He should be jobbing. Sorry. I mean, I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying he's been in the business for like 20 years. He's a great enhancement guy at this point. But I know he probably wouldn't like anyone saying that. Bayley versus Eva Marie for the women's title, the NXT women's title. You know, NXT is the developmental promotion for WWE, and they actually have a women's title and not a Divas title. So maybe they should be the main brand, and WWE and Raw and SmackDown can go like in the developmental area because they use big boy words for their titles, not fucking divas and bullshit. Bayley's good. Eva Marie is kind of shitty, so I don't know. That could go either way. That might be really bad or really good, or kind of in the middle of the road. Kalisto versus Alberto Del Rio for the U.S. title, because we haven't seen that shit 6,000 fucking times, so why don't we just do that one again? And by that I mean don't. And Austin Aries versus Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin is kind of like he's about as interesting as a burnt piece of toast, so... But, you know, that's not... I mean, he's also newish. He's green, so maybe he'll get better, but right now he's... And Austin Aries is alright. So, and as for the WrestleMania card, the one that I didn't say was Sasha versus Becky versus Charlotte for the Divas title. The Divas title. I hate the Divas title. I like Charlotte, because she's really good. I like Becky, even though she's the stupidest woman ever to walk the face of the earth, apparently, according to the way they book her on TV. And I like Sasha, too. A lot of people like Sasha a lot. I don't really see how she's better than either Becky or Charlotte, but maybe I'm missing something there. So, that's it. There's the cards for you. Let's see if this is going to mean anything in the future, or if this is just a big line of bullshit.